So
young!
The Dan and Dave podcast, we're back.
Dan and
Again.
Dave podcast, episode 4.
Yes.
We're back.
I'm glad you announced that bit, because I forgot.
I know.
Yeah.
I knew Doofus is not going to get this right. I got to step in here.
I said so yo first, mate, so I had to leave
I know.
it.
I thought he was going to wait for me.
There was a bit of an awkward silence in the beginning, so I thought I was waiting for you. And you
I was
didn't
about to. I normally lead. I
And
give
you
a few seconds of the face. Let them get a taster of the face.
Yeah. Zoom
and
in.
Then. So yo!
It's the Dan and Dave podcast, here we are.
Episode 4. Right, this one's going to be.
Yeah, what we're talking about today, mate. Let's hear it.
The first part, a little bit of
Wait.
fan recognition. Oh, yeah.
The bubbles, mate.
Just wait. Scared of some bubbles.
You're scared of the bubbles.
Are you ready?
Are we blowing out the camera?
Why not?
Yeah.
Ready,
Right.
steady. And some more. Oh, this is not going well. Mine.
Nah, look over there, mate. We're getting lots of bubbles over there.
Yeah. Is this beautiful? Let us know in the comments.
Yes.
Is it beautiful?
All right.
And why are we blowing bubbles? Because this episode's about drugs.
And we're gonna burst your bubble.
Yeah. No, just, yeah. Drugs.
Drugs.
Are you seeing bubbles or are you just on drugs? We're not even blowing bubbles.
No.
What are you talking about?
This isn't even a real video. We're not even here.
You're just hallucinating it.
Yeah.
There is no episode 4.
Oh, we can't start sketching them out too early.
Yeah. Well, they're not out on drugs watching it, hopefully. Unless you're...
Waste man.
Waste man.
Yo.
So, yes.
Mm.
This one, first part will be a little bit of fan service. We've had a little something that we have been asked to cover off.
Mm.
So we thought we'll just chuck it in the start of this, and then you can hear us talk about drugs, addiction. What was the other part? And alcohol.
Yes. You have got the notes in front of you, so if you ever get stuck again, mate, they're right there.
I know, but I just wrote drugs and addiction, and I was like, oh, fuck, what's the other one?
Yeah.
Alcohol is a drug, isn't it?
Alcohol. Wow. It's good to specify.
Facts.
And
And other drugs as well. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Not just alcohol, mate.
Not just the main culprits.
I really needed that Toka vape, but it's really harsh on my throat. It's really fucking dry, this one. Right, vape. Alcohol-free Heineken Zeros.
The cans today, though.
The cans today. Couldn't get any bottles today.
But they're cold already, so that's a good start.
Yeah, that's a good start. Last time, warm.
Yeah.
That's why the views weren't so
Mine
good.
was cold, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, yours was... I had a fucking warm one.
So basically, last episode was a bit of a flop, would you say? Not a flop, but they've shadow banned us. That's what we're saying.
We said a bad word. No, we said a bad word. Yeah, we said a bad word. What we should have said is unalived or self-deleted.
Yes.
We said a bad word, and now it's not being promoted underneath any other videos.
Yes.
So if you're watching this, go back and watch the last one.
Yeah.
It was all right.
It was.
I had a laugh. Was that the one that I thought was really funny?
Yeah, I laughed too. Yeah.
I thought that was probably our funniest one.
Yeah, it's a good laugh.
So give it a watch.
Yeah.
Give it a watch. Good shit. Bro, I'm really lost today. I'm like not prepared in my brain to do this.
That's why I said we had to write a list, because you were like, we'll wing it. And I was like,
we'll wing it. We need a list. Yeah. We'll have a list. This is a themed one, isn't it? So we need a list.
Yeah.
Right, so let's lead.
But you said we could talk about the recommendation, the what's it called?
The fan service.
Yeah, the fan.
First.
Yeah, that's the one. So,
but I'm sure I was just about to say something else. But
we were talking about the vapes and the beers, man.
The vapes and the beers.
So, that was it.
Flavour today, lemon tart,
which sucks. Yeah, I got what have I got? Blueberry, cranberry, cherry, which is nice. And the Heineken
I might have to go
Zeros,
get one in a minute, mate.
Yeah. How many of those have you got?
These?
Yep.
10?
10. That's a shame.
I know, it's not good. It's not good. They ran out of watermelon. I like my watermelon, but they ran out. So I had to get something else. I thought, well, I'll try the lemon tart. Horrible.
Yes. Yeah. I had trouble finding the mic there. That's okay.
I know, looking down. The only black thing on my top. Horrible.
Yeah.
So,
how are we doing some ASMR?
SMD?
Yo. We're going to start whispering into the mic.
Hey, sexy mama, let me whisper in your ear. He's laughing.
Wasted.
Yes, right. Let's get into it.
Yeah, come on.
Everyone's clicking off the video now. Don't do it.
No, this is the funny bit. Now we're going to get
serious. Serious, right. So, the topic we've been asked to cover by a beloved fan of ours.
What's his name?
Not saying any names, ever. You know it. Not giving away any genders either.
What's
their name?
Yes.
Could be a female fan. I didn't even tell you who or what it was, mate. You're just assuming our fan base is male.
What was, mate?
The fan.
Yeah. Right.
So,
proceed.
the topic we've been asked to cover is
Yeah.
people that are not living up to their potential now
Mhm.
and might be doing the wrong things now,
Mhm.
but could be doing the right things or could have some potential in the future.
Okay.
Which to me, I feel we've already kind of covered
Yes.
a little bit in a lot of the stuff we do.
Mhm.
Everyone's got potential.
Yep.
Everyone needs to be proactive, not reactive.
Yeah, part one
Sort your own life.
was great for that, where we talked about fitness and disciplines.
Mhm.
Disciplines is the main one.
Facts.
Anyone who's in this position is lacking discipline. That's it. Question answered. Move on.
No, so right, let's unpack it a bit.
All right.
You got some potential.
Mhm.
You're someone who could be doing something.
Yep.
You're not.
Mhm.
Why? Let's have a think. Probably you haven't done your introspective work to figure out the life you want.
Yep.
Which is, we're big on that. We're big on. Do
Mhm.
your introspective work. Figure out the life that you want to live. If
Yep.
you're not doing things that are making you live up to your potential, you're not living that proactive life, you're living that reactive life, it's because you haven't quite figured out what you want out of life yet. So sit, think. Don't go on your phone.
Yeah.
Think.
Yes.
You've got some time to yourself, have a think. What do I want out of life? What do I enjoy? What kind of life would I like to live in the future? My life might be dreadful right now. I might have a horrible existence, but what would my life need to be like for me to enjoy, or at least it be worthwhile me?
Well, people like this always have two voices in their head, telling them the right thing and the wrong thing to do.
Facts.
And they always end up listening to the wrong voice. How about you give the other voice a chance?
That's what I said on a previous one, wasn't it? Maybe the relationships one. If I listen to my conscience 100% of the time, I don't always do what it says, but you get a voice in your head, oh, maybe you shouldn't do that, Dan. Maybe you should actually, whatever it is, do your folding or do this chore, something like that.
The more mundane stuff of life.
Just things. Look, maybe you should do that, or maybe you shouldn't do that. I always at least give it a listen.
Yeah.
Always bloody listen to it.
Yeah.
You know? It's speaking to you for a reason. Just listen to it. And sometimes you'll get a little insight into the type of person you could be if you're not a fucking waste man.
Waste man!
Waste man.
Yeah.
So, look, have a think about the life you want. Figure out the life you want. What type of person do you need to be to live that life? Do those things. And you've got an inbuilt mechanism in your brain that will tell you when you're fucking up or you're not on the right path.
Yeah.
Just fucking listen to it sometimes. Just fucking listen to it. You don't have to do anything. Your brain already tells you, and you know you're ignoring it.
Yeah.
You know you're ignoring it. Because you don't lie.
Yeah.
Don't lie.
Don't lie to yourself.
You're fucking ignoring it.
Yeah.
Okay?
I'd say, look, write some of it down on paper and read it out to yourself. And then
accountability.
And look at it and go, that's a fucking wacky thought. Like, I probably shouldn't do that.
I'll tell you what, I read David Goggins' book. Read it. Good shit. Good shit. The first one. He's got two now. What's the first one called? Can't Hurt Me.
Yep.
All right. Pretty certain that's the title of it. I don't have it on my shelf anymore because I lent it out to a friend.
Yes.
Who has not returned it.
Nor read it.
Yeah.
Waste man.
No. Read the books.
Yeah.
Read the books. But I read that book. One of the things he says on there is the accountability mirror. You have a mirror, you're going to look into it every day. You do that anyway. Surely. You should. Probably. Get a glimpse of what kind of person you are. But get some post-it notes. I got some post-it notes over there. Write down your goals, shit you want to achieve, little things you've got to do. Almost you can use it as a to-do list. Almost like tomorrow, write my post-it note. I want to do my washing up. I want to like it can be basic things. I want to make my bed in the morning.
What a good thing with sticky notes as well. You can stick it to the mirror, mate.
That's the accountability mirror.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Let's try that. Let's try the accountability mirror. David Goggins. Big up for that one.
Shout out to David Goggins.
Shout out to David Goggins. Read the book if you can read books.
But
not just if you can read, but if you have the capacity to sit and read a book, read that book. Amazing.
If you can't, podcast at least. Just listen to
watch the podcast.
The audio.
Oh, the audio book is supposedly very good, actually. Yeah, his life is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I'm into him anyway. He's pretty good, but that book is amazing. You learn a lot about his story. It's kind of like an autobiography, but at the end of every chapter gives you a little takeaway, like this is something you can use from this chapter of my life in yours.
Yeah.
You know, this is a little take. Look, so one of them, they're called like challenges for the end of every chapter, and that one of them is like the accountability mirror.
Yeah.
And there's various other things like I can't remember what one of them is, but the principle of it is like a jar of wins. So like every time you actually accomplish something, and you need to take note you've accomplished something, be proud of it, and put that in your little jar of wins. So when you're in a little rut, or when your mind's not quite, you're not using it to your
Mr. Poopy Pants.
When you're being Mr. Poopy Pants.
Yeah, Mr. Poopy Pants.
When you're being Mr. Poopy Pants, and your brain is not working properly, and you're poopy pantsing, I'm down. Everyone gets those days. I've been in. We call them doom. We call them doom.
Doomsday mode. Mate.
I've had a few days of doom recently.
Yep.
Didn't stop me doing any of the shit I need to do because we're disciplined.
Yeah.
But you get doomed sometimes. You don't want to do these things. You're not.
Life's
motivated.
not all butterflies and daisies, mate.
Life is not easy.
No.
It can get hard.
Yes.
But when you stack these little wins, these little accomplishments, and you've got a little cookie, the cookie jar, he calls it, the cookie jar.
The cookie jar.
You can remember back to these things. Oh, I did that. Oh, I did that. I did that. I stood in the face of adversity and I actually accomplished something.
Yep.
And you can stack these little wins and you can use them for motivation when you're not quite feeling like it, or when you're doing something difficult. So these are some points, okay?
Well, I'd say going back to the original question, make sure your moral compass is correct. This is a very big part. Make sure your morals are correct before you start making decisions.
This is factual.
Yeah.
Facts.
100%.
So this comes back to figure out the type of life you want to live, the type of person you want to be, and start acting.
Well, everyone's got an ideal in their head. You've got an idea of who you want to be. I've got an idea of who I want to be.
Yeah.
Now, first, make sure that's a good person, at most. Like, you want to be a good person.
Well, at least, not at most.
Yeah,
at most.
At least, at least, good person.
Most. At most, you want to be a good person.
Yeah,
at least kill everyone in the world.
Many people die.
Oh, let's not use these words.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Let's delete.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can get away with saying a few sometimes. Maybe. At least we didn't say the big one.
What's the big one?
Self-deletion.
Yes.
Not, Don't do that.
No.
Stick around. You can make a good, big impact on the world if you do the right stuff. So you want to leave a good impact in the world. Figure out what kind of person you want to be. Change into be that person. Bish bash bosh, you're done.
Yeah, I'd say if you're not living up to your potential, you feel you're not living up to your potential, you need to change something in your life very drastically as well.
Thanks. Well, you got to figure out what it is first.
No. But anything. If you're at that point where you're like, all right, I'm not living up to my potential, take a look around. What do you want most? Work towards it.
Yeah.
Start working towards something. Stop floating around in life like
he's popping bubbles. That's so funny.
Being reactive,
Be proactive, not reactive.
Yes.
Look, no matter what the fucking question we get is, the answer is be proactive, not reactive. Be
fucking proactive.
There's no question you can ask us about how best to operate in life. Be proactive, not reactive. Yes. That is the answer. It's like the god of all answers.
Yes.
How can I live a better life? Be proactive, not reactive. Bish bash bosh, you're done. You can specify the question has a little bit more context. You can provide more context, but the fucking fundamental is always be proactive, not reactive.
Yes.
Bang. That's it. Answered. So that little rant, 52 minutes. No,
nice.
Yeah. So now, should we get into the topic, or have you got anything else you want to add?
Stop being a waste man, isn't it?
Stop being a waste man.
Stop being a waste man. Just fucking sort it out. Oh, I squished my nut. Ouch.
Right. I'm on a good streak of no nut right now.
Yeah.
Okay, right?
Yeah.
This is another thing of not being a waste man. We can talk about this. I might have mentioned it in the relationship one. Overcome your fucking sexual desires.
Yes. Please channel your sexual energy into something fucking productive. Please.
Facts. So we're doing no nut. We try to do no nut as best as we can. Dave's on a big streak.
Yes.
I'm on a big streak.
Yes.
Right?
But the thing is, I don't even try anymore. It's just part of life.
Yes, you're better at it than me.
I've realised that, like I said, put your sexual energy into things that are more worthwhile. Gym, your studies, work, everything. Can't be sitting there going, "Oh, I'm going to sit down and spaff on myself." Not ideal. Not ideal.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not ideal. It's not good.
It's not the best move on the chessboard, is it? It's not.
It's probably the worst. Blunder.
It's one of the. It's a blunder.
My queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the best move. Okay.
No.
Look, and you feel amazing. You feel amazing, and like you said, you got all this sexual energy, which is your sexual energy is your creative energy.
Yes.
Because it literally is energy to create life. Say, if it's not going into that, and you're just spaffing it away.
Waste, man. Waste, man.
Control your sexual energy. It is
Yes.
pitiful if you can.
Yeah.
And like there are multiple different like avenues of this. You know, like it doesn't have to be wanking and porn usage and stuff. It can be like going around sleeping with fucking loads of people.
Yep.
Can't keep your dick in your pants.
Yep.
It's just like can't keep my dick in my pants.
Yes. Can't keep my dick in my pants. Oh.
Yeah. But it's true.
Yeah.
Like options: beat meat to death.
Yes.
Or go out fuck loads of people. It's like neither one of these are too beneficial.
Yeah, but one's better than the other.
Which and why?
Well, having sex is better than wiping splooge off your stomach, mate. I'll tell you that.
Right.
Right. I disagree.
No, I don't disagree. there are pros and cons for both. I don't want to go on to a massive rant about this.
Yes, there are. Well, it's coming further down the line anyway.
I know, but yeah, I do think that if you... Should we save it for later?
Yes.
We'll save it for later. Right, we'll talk about that later. Okay. Cut.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about drugs.
Yes. Okay.
The main topic of today.
Okay.
Drugs, okay?
Yes.
So, David, what are drugs?
What are drugs?
This is when the one UCAS point comes in handy.
One UCAS point coming up. Drugs are substances that affect your brain chemicals in different ways. Man's nailed it.
Yeah. You fucking nearly broke my hand, bro. What the fuck? Oh my god, that really hurt.
I felt it pop.
It's like you grabbed it and you like twisted my hand and my fucking tendons. I don't know what happened, but it hurts, man. Well, I'm not doing that again. You felt it pop. I felt something fucking horrible happen.
All right, mate.
Felt like a big bump, like a pop,
I felt the pop, mate. I felt I pulled it.
It fucking hurt as well. I don't know if you like half pulled my thumb out of socket or something, mate. I don't know.
You got those weak wrists, mate. That's what it is.
Fuck's sake. It's all that soy I was consuming for a while. All that soy boy.
I told you, mate. No more soy.
No more soy. Facts. Right, so drugs. Okay. You nailed it.
So I nailed it, yeah. Okay,
you nailed it. Soy. No. You nailed
Soy.
So drugs. Soy. I love it.
Don't do soy.
Soy is in soya beans, by the way. Soy is not some like magical code name for a drug.
Yeah. We're not talking about literally talking about.
We're talking about soybeans. Yeah, soya. So right, drugs. Different types of drugs, right? You got drugs like caffeine. Okay. Should we do what we kind of like vaguely explain what they do?
Yeah, go on then. Yeah, yeah.
So you got drugs like caffeine, mild stimulants kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, I can explain caffeine pretty well. I work in a coffee shop.
Go for it. Yeah, this is your area of expertise.
So caffeine is pretty good at keeping you awake and striving off the fatigue. Now, do you need it in life? No. And if you've never drank it before, I'd say don't touch it because your energy levels are probably better than 99% of people who drink caffeine. But in general, if you want to go down to a coffee shop and have a coffee, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I agree.
No, I think it's pretty. It's pretty okay, to be honest.
It's obviously okay.
Yeah.
There can be some negative effects, which I found. But so I'll explain a bit first, right? So I know a little bit about caffeine, actually. Yeah. So caffeine works by you have like a chemical in your blood called adenosine.
Yep.
That builds up throughout the day, and it builds fatigue. And so what caffeine will do is it will block your adenosine receptors.
Yep.
So the adenosine that has built up in your blood does not plug the receptors and give you fatigue. So if you have a coffee first thing when you wake up, you've got pretty much no adenosine.
Yeah.
So it's going to block the receptors. You'll build up the adenosine, and then when the caffeine wears off, you'll crash hard. Yeah. So what you need to do to optimize the effects, if you're going to do it, is let the adenosine build up slowly, okay, and then take your morning coffee or whatever later in the day, so it can block the receptors.
Well, I've just had a coffee, haven't I? My receptors are obviously pretty built up, so I was like, I need a coffee.
Yeah. So that's that. That's probably the only thing that I know, like big facts like that about. Okay.
I think in the general scheme of drugs, it's probably pretty good for your social life. You get out, like back in the day, mate, when we were drinking, we go down, drink coffee all day. We were socializing. That's great.
Well, this is like caffeine for me specifically,
Mm.
not necessarily the one. I've got a fine balance of serotonin
Yes.
for various reasons. Probably all the fucking drugs that I've
Mm.
done
Mm.
and overdone
Yes.
in my past.
Yes.
But caffeine was one I definitely overdid.
Mm.
Okay, so
Yeah. How
it's
many?
a mild stimulant.
How many black coffees at work a day?
Oh, minimum of 8.
Yeah. See
Black
that's
coffees a
that's overdoing it.
And then, but this is I would go to work, drink like every time someone would make a coffee at the start. Anyone want a coffee? Yeah. You drink a lot of coffee at work. You'd finish. I'm buzzed.
Yeah.
You get home, and like a lot of our social life, like we mentioned,
Coffee as well.
was coffee. So
Yeah.
I'd go out after work, coffee.
Mhm.
It was a lot of coffee.
Yeah.
After a while, there's many things that contributed to my serotonin,
Yeah.
but now my serotonin is so fractional that
Excuse me.
I can have like one coffee and feel negative effects. I will get feelings of anxiety and stuff from one coffee, and it will last for a few days until my serotonin's balanced. So for me, not a good thing anymore.
Yeah.
Not a good thing anymore.
Yeah.
I did try and experiment with different forms of caffeine to try and see if I could cope without serotonin issue, but no. So I would say, look, try and make sure you're not fucking your serotonin with all these drugs, because it's serotonin you want to be in good control. You don't want it to be fucked up like mine. Mine's like I can manage it with good habits, but I can't just go off the rails at all. Like going off the rails with reference to my serotonin is having one coffee. Discipline is required to not like go into doom.
That's why they invented decaf.
I drink a lot of decaf now. Yeah, and but it's like, look, obviously, like coffee, caffeine, not bad, not inherently bad.
No.
Probably contributed a little bit to the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah.
Productivity rates going up.
Oh, yes.
Probably did contribute.
Mhm.
So it is not a bad thing. But if you're gonna drink coffee, just don't drink as much as I did.
Yeah, I'd say if you're drinking coffee as well, make sure you've got an active lifestyle. Like, I think if you sit at home all day and you also drink coffee, not good. Not good.
Sedentary lifestyle, full stop, not good.
Yeah.
Coffee or not.
Yeah, add coffee on top though, and you're constantly like spiking all the time, but also not releasing any of that energy.
Yeah.
Not good.
Facts. Wrist is fucking sore, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It really has done something to me, boy. Oh,
you remember that? Remember that old thing that was going around where it was like that?
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
It felt a little bit like that kind of thing. This one I just can't move my thumb for the rest of my life.
Stuck like that, thumbs up all the time. Yes.
Yo. Yeah. Right, so.
Right. We covered caffeine. Caffeine should be a very short discussion because caffeine's very mild compared to everything.
That will be that.
Yes.
Obviously, nicotine's the next one.
Nicotine.
Highly addictive.
Yes.
We know.
Yes.
I wish I never got into smoking when I was younger.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie. Actually, I kind of take that back, to be honest. Because
quick realization.
No, yeah. It was. No, but it's like the negatives of it. There are quite big negatives. Like it's very addictive. It's. I managed to quit it for just over a year once, and I probably, it's difficult to fucking do.
Yeah. You're heavy on the vapes now, aren't you?
Yeah. When I get addicted to something, I get addicted. I have an obsessive personality, and I'm a very addictive person. So I get fucking obsessed with something, and I get very addicted to whatever it is. Could be anything, I remember when I went through that running phase. I would run so much.
Yeah.
So much, big distances.
At least sometimes it's productive. Sometimes
it's not always. It's not always bad things.
No,
but it's what do we call it? The angels and the demons, mate.
Yes.
It's a gift and a curse, always. But yeah, nicotine. Okay. What kind of effect does that have? A mild effect of going like, do you know what I mean? Just like a little.
Yeah. Well, it's all about
life's a little bit easier.
The different forms and how you get it in your system as well. Vaping or smoking, Now I smoke cigarettes and you smoke vapes. Now I say that vapes are worse because somehow every time I take a toke on one of these, I'm out of breath for days. Like, I just feel I've got phlegm in the back of my throat. Tastes horrible. I can't breathe. I smoke a cigarette and I'm like, it's not doing good for me, but I don't get any of the after effects of like slowness or anything like that. I smoke a cigarette before I train cardio in the gym, and I'm fine.
See, I couldn't do that.
Yeah. See, if I do it with a vape, I'm on the floor.
Yeah. The thing is, I would not be vaping. I would be smoking if I didn't have a son.
Yeah.
I just don't want. I don't want to be exhaling that carbon monoxide on him.
No.
Obviously, it's something to debate for me whether I go a little bit 50-50 or something. I'm not certain, but I don't think vaping is actually as good as they're proclaiming that it is.
Well, smoking was good when it first came out, and well,
I know, but this, I felt some of the bad effects of vaping.
yeah, your lungs were, you had that pain in your lung for a little bit, didn't you?
I did, and it was due to vaping.
Yes.
Not good. I would rather probably smoke, to be honest. I think it's actually better for you. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I've never had any pains in my lungs, and I smoke like a chimney, mate.
Yeah.
So,
and I used to smoke like a chimney, and I had like you said, the feeling of like shortness of breath or something. Sometimes I get that like frequently now from the vapes.
Yeah.
And I'm reasonably cardio fit.
Yeah,
like,
you're cardio fit.
I'm quite fit.
Yeah.
But I still get the shortness of breath. I was asthmatic when I was younger.
Yes.
Might have contributing factor.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think smoking's probably better. And for me, my own case study on myself, not experts, right?
I was going to say,
Disclaimer.
I had the disclaimer in my head earlier.
Yeah, we forgot it. We're not experts per se
in this field,
in any of these fields.
No,
okay,
no.
All we're talking is from self-experience about
Yes.
and little things that we've picked up along the way, like like that adenosine stuff. I know a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Does that mean I am an expert on coffee?
No.
No. I know some things. We've learned.
We are not experts.
We're not experts. Don't take what we say as gospel.
No,
but we've learned some things.
We've got some experience. Yeah, we've got some experience.
So I think, based on the case study of myself, that smoking was better for me.
Yes,
I felt better doing it, but it's just for my son, I don't want to be exhaling all this carbon monoxide around him and
that's fair
stonking
enough.
and stuff. It's like
that's fair enough. That's the other. That's the drawback of smoking. It stinks.
Yeah, stonk.
Yeah,
and I don't want to be doing that around my son. Well, I'll figure something out maybe when he gets a bit older, and I'll figure something out. I don't really want to be one of those dads who's fucking popping out for fags, coming back in stinking and that.
You'll work it out, mate.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I don't know, man. I'll figure something out, I suppose. But anyway, next one, alcohol.
Yes.
You said that as if your fucking name, mate.
Yes.
Yeah, like I'm a teacher reading from the register.
Alcohol. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's me.
To be fair, I've got a fair experience of alcohol. I've got quite a bit of experience.
Haven't we all, I think, mate?
Yes.
I think most people watching this will have some experience with alcohol. Go on then, you kick us off on that.
I'll leave the ball then. I'm currently 3 months and a couple of days clear of alcohol. Before that, I drank twice around Christmas and was 2 months clean before that. Now, I've drank all my life. Well, not all my life. Since 18.
Yeah. No. Consistently since 18.
Yeah,
we drank on and off. We had a few times.
Yeah, we had a few little house parties, but nothing major. And then when I turned 18, obviously legal age, drink, party. Now I did this from 18 all the way till 23, early 23, and I realised that actually every single thing that's gone bad in my life has had alcohol. Now that's not me saying I hold no accountability for what I did.
Facts.
But when it impairs your judgment, it's part of it. And ever since I've got it out of my life...
Makes you a dumb-dumb, mate.
Yeah, it does. It makes you a dumb. So every time I've got it out, and since I've got it out of my life, it's been bliss. My thoughts have come together in a way that would never have happened if I didn't stop.
So, the effects of alcohol, right? Obviously, it makes you drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dumb. So, done.
Yeah.
So, inebriation, slight disconnect from mind and body, right? Gives you false confidence sometimes. I heard something that was like, alcohol doesn't stop you from seeing the consequences. It stops you from caring about them.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'll give it an example, right? So say someone's drunk and they cheat on someone, right? In their head, they know the consequences of doing it. They just don't care because of the alcohol, because it inhibits your ability to care about the consequences. Like people say, "Oh, I didn't know what I was doing." You did. It's some people get blackout drunk and they don't know fucking anything. But at the time, there was a voice in your head telling you that you just can't remember it now. You know, because everyone's been. You've done bad stuff drunk. Yeah, I've done bad stuff drunk. Yeah. At the time, you know what you're doing.
Oh, you know what you're doing.
You stop caring about.
Yeah,
you stop
getting.
Alcohol.
In that. It completely warps your perception of life, and in that moment you're sort of like, well, this is the only moment that matters. You don't think about anything else. You go, because you think about the consequence, and then you go, don't matter.
Yeah, because you're not. It's not like you're not aware of the consequence at the time. You just don't care about the consequences. It inhibits your ability to care about consequences.
Yes.
Not even to see them, because you can. Yeah. I don't think alcohol's great, to be honest.
No.
You obviously hate it.
I hate alcohol. I'm going clean the whole year, and I hope forevermore. I think I think people need to really think about how much they're drinking. A lot of people don't realize that they are sort of binge drinkers. If you go out every weekend and get drunk, you're a binge drinker.
Yeah,
Like,
but I mean,
you
just
really,
a drinker, not even sometimes. If it's every weekend,
Yeah.
that's not even necessarily a binge.
no, but binge is like
That's consistent, though. Do you know what I mean?
in the sense of binge.
You're
I mean,
drinking
like,
a lot.
a lot in one
yeah.
moment. Yeah, like a lot of units in one night. Now,
But what my point is, if it's maybe once a month or once every couple of months, I would see that as a binge.
Yeah.
Like by definition, binge. Obviously, binge drinking, the
Yeah,
term is
yeah,
what
yeah.
you're saying. But
Yeah.
if you're doing it every weekend, that is just a fucking habit.
Yeah.
That's not even like a.
you're borderline alcoholic.
binge.
You are borderline. Like you're.
If you need it, if you do it, if you're incapable of going a weekend without it, you're an alcoholic.
Yes.
But if you can have weekends where you don't drink, you're not alcoholic. You just like to party.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I'd say when it comes to alcohol, surround yourself with good people. Like you don't drink, I don't drink, so there's never any pressure to drink. Like
I don't feel peer pressure. Full stop.
Yeah.
Well, I can feel it, but
Yeah.
I'm so self-assured in who I am. I will say no to anything I don't want to do. So even if I'm with everyone's drinking,
Yeah.
I'm there. I would sooner remove myself from a situation, or I can be there and not drink.
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm fucking capable of saying
well,
no.
I've been to a couple of parties while I've been on this journey of no drinking, and everyone's been like, "Why not drinking?" Don't want to. I just don't want to. And they just go, "Okay." Most people just go, "Okay, yeah, fair enough." And some people go, "Oh, I'll go on a little bit." Won't hurt. No.
Just say
no.
No.
No, I don't want it. And it's been fine. Like, and it's really good actually. If you go into these situations where because you start to realize that you're far more social than you think. Because all these situations where you were drunk and you're like, right, I need a bit of drunk confidence to have a chat with these people. You realize that you can sort of match the levels without drinking.
Facts.
And then
you get that contact high.
Yeah.
You can get a contact high.
And you realize, right, actually drink has served me no purpose but a waste of money, and you forget everything and blah, 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 make bad decisions.
But not even just bad decisions, like alcohol, fundamental poison to the human body.
Yes.
Right? Not good in the blood, it's poisonous.
Yeah.
Destroys or depletes your grey matter in your brain. It's poisonous.
Yeah.
Your liver has to work like fuck to get rid of it because it's a poison. Another thing, when we're talking about fitness, your body and making your body look good and stuff like that, alcohol is more toxic than fat to the human body. So the liver will prioritize filtering out alcohol from the blood than fat.
Yep.
So this fat that's not being filtered out from your blood, but via the liver, is going straight into storage. Okay, and that's not even like you've consumed over your calories.
Yeah.
That is just the toxicity rating. So it's like, if your goals are to not have body fat or to not put on body fat, alcohol's not the one.
No.
Because your body's going to process that over the fat. The fat's going to go straight to storage.
Well, it's full of calories as well.
And it's full of calories as well.
Calories, yeah.
So you've got to really monitor your calories, and some of the fats you're eating will go to storage anyway.
Well,
because it won't be filtered out.
Let's talk about hangovers as well. The hangovers.
Yeah.
I find that if your body is starting to take multiple days to cure your hangover, then you're probably getting quite close to you need to stop. Like if your body's having a tough time getting rid of this alcohol, 3-4 days.
3-4 days?
Yeah.
That's bad liver problems.
Yeah. That's like, if you're still feeling a bit rough 2-3 days later, it's easy to go, oh, I had a mental night, it was crazy. But your liver's fucked, mate. Your liver's fucked.
It should be able to handle it.
Yeah, you need to up your water, your nutrients, and stop the drink for a little bit.
Yeah.
These hangovers where if you're trying to dedicate your life to a certain thing and you get, alcohol's a suppressant, it brings you down. The hangover's horrible. If you're sat there,
that fucks up your serotonin as well.
Yeah, if you can have 1 month of solid gym. You're eating good, all your routines are good. You drink one night. I've been there. You drink one night.
You've been there.
And you wake up in the morning. I'm not going to train today. Then the hangover lasts longer, and then you're sad you didn't train. Then you're not eating properly. And before you know it, you've taken 2-3 weeks off the gym, and you're like, oh, I had one night out, and it's fucked the whole routine.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you want to drink more because you're like, it's fine. It will come back together at some point. And then before you know it, your routines are gone. And you're drunk all the time. That's my story.
Perhaps.
Yeah, that's how it happens.
That's you. Yeah. For me, I don't even have to drink binge drinking, like you say. Like I can drink 2 pints and motivation is gone for a few days.
Yep.
Doom. It induces doom. Like it would just induce doom for me. Like I feel suboptimal, and we live a lifestyle where we feel pretty optimal a lot of the time.
Yes.
We eat pretty clean. We don't overindulge in a lot of things. Yeah, you smoke, I vape. We don't drink.
Nope.
You know, I'm caffeine free. There's
Everyone's got their
minimal toxins.
We've got vices.
We have vices.
Yeah, but
It's not, but like we exercise frequently.
Yeah.
Constantly self-improving. We do like fucking no nut. We're keeping our brains active. We play chess. We read all this stuff. Like, and then when you introduce like a toxin like alcohol, for me, say, it just you really feel it because you're living on cloud 9 a lot of the time, and then I drink, and then it's like, oh, this is doom. Oh, and it's like overwhelming sensations then of like, this is wrong in life, this is wrong in life, you know. And it's like, whereas us normally we're so proactive that we get a sense that, okay, right, this is something that I could change, or this is something I'm not quite happy with in life. And the normal brain response of us, right, proactive, what am I going to do about that? Right, get the ball rolling, let's sort that out. After alcohol, it'll present me with an idea. Oh, poopy pants!
Oh no!
This is horrible. What am I gonna do? And all that. It's so cringe. It's so cringe. I hate myself after I've got out of it. Snap out of it. Oh, you fucking idiot!
Wet wipe, mate.
You fucking idiot! You fucking idiot!
Milk.
Yeah,
you
milk.
Fucking idiot!
It's just like, it's stupid. It's so stupid. And so for me, alcohol is. So I'm not going to fully abstain from alcohol like you. Okay. I'm like a very ever so often kind of person. Like if the situation really fits it and I see there will be added value to my life drinking this alcohol, like the time is worthwhile. like you know, one of my mates came down from uni for a weekend. We went out and had a few pints and got pissed, you know, and I had a really good night with Dan, and I felt like shit for a day or two afterwards, but I've not seen him for like 3 years. And I had a really good time with him, you know.
There are occasions, and this is like, you know, everyone deals with it differently. If you feel you can handle it once every month, twice every month, or once every 2 months, do it. Like if you can handle that, great. That's what I think. Everyone's got their own way of handling it.
Yeah, it's like, but for me, I don't need alcohol even remotely. I actively don't want to drink it.
I actively avoid it. Like,
I
just do whatever I can to avoid it.
But there'll be some times when I think, you know what, I will have a drink, and it's very rare. Let me put that out there. It's very rare. It's like, you know, once every couple of months. But sometimes, you know, an occasion will call for it. Like Christmas time, I'm gonna drink again with the boys. The boys' meal. I'm gonna drink. You know, like big occasions like that. Even like people's birthdays. I'm not even fussed like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, if there was a big thing that I thought, you know, there will be utility in me having some pints here, then I would do it. You know. But maybe on a holiday or something, I'd have a couple, but not every night. No. You know. That was a burp, man. Sorry, listeners.
These beers be doing it.
Try and keep it classy, right? So we've covered fuck all. This is already going to be a long one, I can tell.
Okay,
let's this is going to be a long one.
Let's speed it up a little bit. All right.
Right, so you've got other drugs like stimulants, right? So say I don't know, cocaine.
Waste man.
Cocaine.
Yeah. Waste man.
Cocaine.
Waste man.
Waste man drug.
You're fucking waste man.
Waste man drug. You know, MDMA, all that stuff. So they'll give you big boosts of serotonin. Big boosts of serotonin, and then so that's what will make you feel elated and stimulate you.
Yes.
You feel like you can take on the world, whatever the effects of the specific drug is. But you know, it's almost similar, like on top of the world sensation, can do anything I want because I'm overloaded with serotonin.
Yes.
Big crashes in serotonin, long-lasting effects.
Yeah.
We did some stimulants when we were younger.
Yes.
I never did cocaine.
I've done it once. I did it once, and I never touched it again because. So this is my freshers at uni. So you know you get freshers, you go uni, you go a bit bananas. Okay, I did coke once, and I see no benefit at all to ever doing it again. It's like, yeah, okay, you can ride cloud 9, all this stuff. Who fucking cares? Live at a level that's balanced. Don't constantly think about this level that's like cloud 9, but you have to use a stimulant to get there because
we get to cloud 9 just from looking sexy. If we wake up, the sun's shining, and we hit a fucking chest day, mate. We're on cloud 9 with no drugs.
Yes,
it feels like drugs. If I wake up, the sun's shining, and I look in the mirror and I'm looking all right,
I'm happy. I'm more than.
It's
happy.
like my dick just doubled in size.
Yes,
and some.
And I get the sunshine on my balls, and I feel even better.
Mm.
Yeah. So
I'm not going to go into too much detail about
Yeah,
dick and
yeah,
balls
yeah,
on
yeah.
this, to be honest. But
batty crease.
what?
Dick and balls and batty crease.
Why batty crease?
I was talking about the bars, mate.
Oh, my balls batty
Yeah,
and dick.
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is he bringing up batty crease?
I was thinking, what was it? Well, on to Batty Man. Yes.
That's it. Officer, touch my balls, batty and dick. Yeah, good shit. Right, so. Oh, yeah, so we did a lot of MDMA pills and stuff when we were younger.
Now, here we go. MDMA, it's pretty nice.
It's fucking amazing.
It's
I'm not going to lie.
nice.
It's definitely, let's put it up there, one of the best sensations I've had in life.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Everything on it is like amazing.
Yeah. I've done it 4 or 5 times. And
what?
yeah.
4 or 5 times?
Yeah. I haven't done that much, mate.
Oh, shit. I've probably done it 50 times.
Yeah, mate, I haven't done that much. I was doing it, I did it like
if not more, I'm not going to lie, maybe more than 50.
2 New Years in a row, and then maybe a bit of uni. But
oh shit!
Yeah, mate, I barely fucking touched it because
really?
because again, it's another one of those ones where you go, okay, I'm riding cloud 9, and then to be fair, I had a horrible experience on it where I got sleep paralysis and couldn't. I was fucking horrible, mate. Like
I've had that a few times.
I can't explain how horrible it was, and from that day, I fucking flushed half a gram down the toilet and never touched it again, and that was my last encounter with MDMA. I flushed it down the toilet, and that was it.
Mad. Oh, I think to be honest, my last encounter with MDMA was a fucking lovely time. Like all my times were pretty. Oh, some things happened that were not amazing. Actually, to be fair, I'm not going into. Stories.
I wasn't going to say anything.
I'm not going into any stories. There was some subpart. Yeah. Oh, I've just made that one as well. Oh my god! Yeah. I forgot that one you're talking about. I was thinking about one that is probably 1/10 of the.
I know. Yeah, I got you. I got the levels now. I realise what you're talking about.
You realise what I'm talking about.
Yes.
I realise what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's a big brain explosion there. So sometimes drugs are bad.
Yeah.
If not all the time. Okay.
Yeah.
But on MDMA, I've got fond memories of MDMA. To be honest,
I agree.
It was one of the better drugs I've done. Does it have bad effects on your body? Yes.
Yes.
Releases some of your cerebral spinal fluid that you never get back.
Yep.
Ever.
Yep.
That's not good.
Nope.
And it affects your serotonin because it's a stimulant.
Yep. And you can get phantom highs from it as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can sit there and then 6 months later you can be like, "Wow, I'm coming up."
Yeah. If I think about a come up, my pupils will dilate like fuck, and I get that tingle that you get.
The vibration you get. Yeah.
But it's one of my favorite experiences was doing like MD and pills. It was
in the drug realm, right? Not in life. Or are you pairing it with life in general?
It's up there in some of the most profound experiences I've had in life.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like in intensity
being on
and
such
sensation
a level.
wise.
Being on such a level.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like obviously it's nowhere comparable to having a son and all these other things. But it's like not the best thing I've ever done.
No.
But like the intensity of the sensation.
No.
The most profound thing I've ever experienced.
Yeah.
Probably. No, because even like people say about how profound the moment is when you have a child, right?
Yeah.
I was there, seeing this purple alien-looking baby come out.
Yes.
Right? It was just fucking spooky, mate. I'm not going to lie. Like, obviously, like, once it had sunk in, this is amazing. I have a son in the world. This is beautiful.
Yep.
But in that exact moment, heart pounding, so much adrenaline, purple alien comes out.
Yep.
Obviously, it's my son. I love him. But it was less of like, oh my god, my son. It was more of like a holy fuck.
Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah.
Shit. The bed. This is not what I was expecting at all.
Yep.
You know. So in that exact moment, people say, the best moment, the moment my son was born. For me, it's like the moment my son was born was like a fucking big adrenaline rush and like a big holy fuck. Yeah. It wasn't like a.
It's gonna be something you never forget, though, isn't it?
Facts.
Yeah.
But it was more when it fully sunk in. And well, to be fair, Barney was in hospital for like about a week afterwards. I only got to see him properly once for the first whole week of his life.
This is during COVID, right?
Was it was during one of the lockdowns. So he was in hospital for about a week. Only one parent was allowed to go see him. Obviously, mother, breast milk, and all that stuff. Yeah. I couldn't go see him. So when he came out of hospital and he was home with me, that was more of like my, my big love, big oxytocin moment. My son's coming home today. This is amazing, you know? And that was a big one. But yeah, the moment he was born was a big shock, big spook, you know? if people are thinking I'm a dickhead for saying that, you're a dickhead.
I don't
Not
think you're a
me.
dick. You're not a dickhead for saying that.
Yeah,
That's a
good.
realistic fucking
But real,
approach,
yeah. Very spooky, but when he came home, so much love for that moment.
Yes. Yeah.
Big, it's like, I can see all those moments in my head as if they happened 1 second ago.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Etched into the brain, mate.
Mm-hmm. I remember in the car on the way home, I think my mum drove to pick up, my son and his mum.
Mm-hmm.
And I was there, and I sat in the back with a car seat with him, and I was just there, just in awe at this little being that was in the seat next to me. It was amazing, incredible.
Yeah.
Yes. So back to drugs. Oxytocin is a drug in your brain. Big effects on your brain.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, that's a big one. The love drug.
Yeah. What about ketamine?
Right. So that, I think, is one of the next one. Yeah. Like tranks and downers.
Yeah. Okay. Well, have we talked about cocaine enough, mate? Because I feel like we really need to.
Oh, let's.
We need to push this ship out, mate.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Let's talk about cocaine and stimulants in general a bit more. If you're doing drugs on a regular basis and you're an adult, right? You're a waste man. Not only a waste man.
Yeah.
A fucking waste man.
Waste man.
Yeah. It's like.
Yeah.
Get a life. Get a fucking grip on reality.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if you're offended. You're a dickhead.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
Yeah.
Get a life. Like, okay, look. If you're that way inclined and once a year in your adult life, you want to go to a festival and take cocaine once a year or something. Yeah. It's like, look, suboptimal for human behavior. But if that brings you a bit of pleasure in life, absolutely by all means do that.
Yeah.
If you're doing it every weekend, multiple times a week or something, you're a fucking waste man.
Yes.
You're a fucking idiot.
Are you not thinking about your future at all?
Yeah, like, what are you going to do? And it's expensive as well.
You're going to be doing cocaine 20 years down the line as well.
Yeah, you're just
going to be dead.
Fucking wreckhead. You're an idiot.
Dead, yeah. You're going to be on the streets. Crackhead.
Get your shit together.
Yeah.
Figure out what type of life you want. If the type of life you want is to be doing cocaine all the time, and you genuinely believe that, there's no hope for you, and you should delete.
Yeah, well, you should delete. The dangers of these drugs, including alcohol as well, as we were talking about earlier. How many friendships do you tear apart with this stuff? How many relationships with your family, your partner, your friends?
Yeah.
How much do you tear away?
And we can get onto that in the addiction part. But it's like, when you are doing drugs like this all the time, like, okay, some people have the money to facilitate doing drugs all the time, but it will affect your personality, your character.
Yes.
You're getting hooked on these fixes. You're just looking for them. You'll fuck over people.
Yep.
You'll steal from people.
Yep.
You'll lie to people.
Yep.
All of the above to get your little fix. What type of person are you? You're a dickhead.
Yes.
Do you want to be a dickhead? If you want to be a dickhead, get
fucked.
Get fucked.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Sort your fucking life out.
Yeah.
Have we hit home enough? I don't think we could if we spent 25 minutes talking about it.
No, we could.
Like, I want to get it in your head. So let's look at the camera. If you're doing these drugs like this all the time, specifically like Class A's and cocaine, you're a fucking idiot.
You're a waste man. You need to sort your fucking life out now. There is no
sort it out.
Better time than now.
Facts.
There
is no tomorrow.
There is no. If you got a gram of coke on you right now, down the toilet. Down the fucking toilet.
Do it.
Down the fucking toilet.
Do it.
Sort your life out. Fuck me, man. If you're losing everything around you because you're addicted to something. Now, addiction's not easy. Don't get me wrong. No, it's not easy. But it's not going to change unless you do something drastic.
You've got to do something about it. You've got to take that proactive step.
You need to delete all your plugs numbers. You need to cut all these people off. You need to
probably get some help.
Get some help.
The best one, if you're genuinely addicted, now is sympathy time, right? So if you are genuinely addicted to drugs and you want to take the good and the right step to overcoming this addiction and sort your life out, now I have sympathy for you because you have good intentions.
Yes.
Okay. Now it's like, right, get some help. Make sure you have a good support system.
Yep.
Like you say, do things to get rid of your triggers. Like if you genuinely for quite a long time can't go out and have a pint without wanting to do cocaine.
Yep.
Maybe don't go out drinking for a while.
There you go.
You know, let's maybe try fucking rehab.
Yep.
Drop the pride. Do you want to overcome these drugs or not? You know, have a good support system. Let everyone who you care about know that you want to do this and help. Make sure that you can get some help. You know, make sure people support you. What else? What else can you think of?
Well, a big one is, if you want to get over these addictions, a big one is accepting you have a problem first. A lot of people don't. They just go, it's still just a bit of fun. accept you have a problem. Look in the mirror and tell yourself you have a problem.
Facts. What did you learn from the Russell Brand book, the addiction book?
I learned that. Oh, I read this.
This is a good one that you could bring up.
I read this a long time ago.
I know. I'll give it to you for your what? 20th birthday, maybe?
Yeah, something like that. Oh god, mate, you put me on the spot. What did I learn from that book? It was basically all about taking accountability, and it was like letting people know you have a problem is the main thing. Like talking about it, letting people know you have this problem, so you can overcome this addiction. Sorry, and realizing that it's okay to be in trouble as long as you want to help yourself. You know.
And you need to want to do it. No one can make you want to do it. You need to fucking realize it for yourself.
Yeah, and that's a really hard realization. Well, it's a really hard thing to come by. Like actually sitting there and going, right, I want to change my life. It's not easy, especially when you're that deep in sort of addiction and stuff like that. But you need to look at it in like two ways. It's is this sustainable the rest of my life, or should I change it right now? Because if you keep going, well, I can do it a bit longer, do it a bit longer, do it a bit longer.
Should I change it right now?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Or, Say that again.
Should I change it right now?
No, the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Is this sustainable for the rest of my life?
Is it sustainable for the rest of your life? Or should you change it right now? Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. I mean, that's not even just good for addiction, to be honest. That's good for every single fucking habit you have. Is this sustainable for your whole life, or should you just change it right now?
Yeah.
I think that was profound. I really like that. I might write that down.
I got goosebumps. Write it down, mate. Write it down. We can't forget this quote.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Entertain the fans while I write this down.
Yes. Okay. Carrying on from that point. Look, if you think about your life and you go, right, if I carry on doing coke for the next 20 years, what's the chances of me doing anything in life that's worthwhile? What's the chance that I'm going to cut off every single good tie I have in life for this drug? Very, very, very high. Very high. You're going to ruin your relationship with all your family, all your friends. If you have kids, your kids will never see you again. You need to get a fucking grip. You need to get a grip on your life and sort it the fuck out.
Facts.
Yeah.
Sort it the fuck out. Done. Right. I've writing that down. I've forgotten everything that my brain was doing beforehand. So.
Mr. Sippy.
Right. Here we go. So are we ready to move on now to tranks and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's fucking
downers.
Right, one last thing.
Waste man.
Sort it out.
Sort it out.
Sort it out.
Oh yeah, also, like look up the 7 steps or get yourself in a 7-step program or something like that, you know.
That's what the Russ
Just
Brand,
be proactive.
Russ Brand was on that as well,
Yeah.
I've unfortunately forgotten the 7 steps, but I know one of them.
That's all grand. There are different ones for different programs.
Very important one is apologising to everyone you've ever hurt.
Easier said than done.
Yeah, I got to that bit in the book and I found
had to stop.
I had to stop. I found it incredibly hard.
I don't think I could. I genuinely do not have it in me to apologise to everyone.
I'm going to do it at some point.
I don't think I can, genuinely. There are some things that I would cringe so much. I don't think I'm capable of doing that, to be honest. I've not always been this angelic human being that I am right now.
Yeah, that's it.
I have been.
Think how far you'd have to go back. How far, like years and years and years and years.
There are some things that I have apologised to some people for some bad things that I've done, but there are some people that I am so far removed from their lives that it would
be weird to pop up.
It would be like.
Well, the thing is,
I haven't seen you for 5 years, but I'm sorry for that thing I did where I fucked you over those.
This is the problem when I read it. I said to myself, well, it's just going to create more hassle than it's worth. It's going to, like, if you bring up old problems from 7 years ago, well, you're living in the past. What the fuck are you doing? Just they forgot about it, or maybe they haven't. But you're not in their life. They're not in your life. So just fucking get on with it. Forget it.
Unless I would have to read that part of the book to see what utility there is, but I would find it immensely difficult.
I think it depends on the pain you've caused as well. You know, if it's like some small little thing, no. But if it's plaguing your mind every single day, 10 years later in life, you should probably apologise for that.
I'll tell you what. Put it out there, right? There are some things which people have done and do that they do that they should apologise for.
Yes.
Let's put it out there.
Yeah.
If you do wrong things, do apologise.
Yeah.
Don't sweep it under the rug. Don't lie about it. Don't think, they don't know, they won't hurt them. I think everything you do wrong in life, the second you start becoming proactive,
Yep.
you identify you've done something wrong, you should apologize for
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
You should. At least acknowledge that you've done something wrong.
Mm.
And if you don't see you've done something wrong, you're a narcissistic cunt.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Well,
You are a narcissistic cunt.
yes.
And now I've said the C word on the podcast.
It's okay. You can
Yeah,
say it.
I'm angry.
It's okay.
I'm angry. Because for me, I know when I do something wrong, plagued by guilt.
This is what I was about to say. I think this is the reason it's in the book. From my understanding, I think it was basically saying, look, if you're filled with guilt, you're never going to get over this addiction. You need to remove as much guilt out of your life as possible.
I see. So
And
there is
shame,
utility.
and shame as well. Yeah, shame, guilt, all of it.
Shame.
You need to get it all out.
Shame is a big emotion.
Yes, very
Yes.
powerful.
This is. I will give that a read at some point. Actually,
Yeah, give it a read, mate. Give it a read.
You said you were going to give it to me years ago.
The book has disappeared.
I will buy a new one.
Okay.
It's good. I imagine. Yeah, I love books like that. To be honest.
Yeah, self-improvement
well,
books.
Yeah, I watched a long podcast about the book by Russell Brand himself, and that's why I thought at the time you will benefit from this.
Yes.
Suggested it to you.
Was a bit of a wreckhead at the time.
Facts.
Yeah.
But what are you like now? Better.
Yeah. I got called
Much
stoic
better.
the other day, and I was like,
You got called stoic
I
the other day.
got called. Someone said you're very stoic, and I was like,
Fact. That's aspiration.
yeah.
That's
And I was like, out of everything you could name me under, every single thing,
dickhead.
stoic. Yeah, could call me a
Yeah.
dickhead. Anything. Stoic. Oh, this is ideal.
Mm.
They were like, you're very stoic, and you don't really lash out, show emotion too much.
You have to tell me who that was after.
Yes, I will.
Is it someone you know personally?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was at work, and
Good shit.
I was like, this is nice. I'm glad they look at me this way.
Yes. Stoicism is good.
Yes.
Good philosophy. I think.
I agree.
Good morals.
Yeah. Moving on.
Moving on. Tranks. We still have not got to downers and tranks.
Okay.
I've not got too much experience with downers. I guess like pharmaceutical ones. I guess are benzos like downers as well? You know, benzodiazepines they're anti-anxiety drugs.
So they're uppers.
They're uppers.
Yeah, they're uppers. Yeah, they make you
right.
Yeah, they make
okay.
you, they bring you up a level.
So what is a downer? Like a Quaalude?
A Valium, I guess.
A
Stuff
Valium?
like, yeah, I guess stuff like
that.
I think no, because I think they're uppers, aren't they? Downers are like alcohol, ket.
Yeah.
This is the thing. We're not experts.
We are not experts.
We're not experts.
I don't know. I know about
Yeah.
You know, tranks like ketamine. I've done a lot of ketamine in my life.
Again, I did 2 keys on one night out and never touched it again. I fucking hated it.
Yeah, see, I mainly did ketamine, not on nights out, like in flat, only doing ketamine.
Not good.
Good experience.
Yeah.
Am I glad I did it? Yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot.
Yeah.
Damage to my body. Not amazing.
Stores in the kidneys, is it?
Just damage to bladder.
Bladder.
Taking
That's it.
it,
Yeah. There are people who cannot hold in their piss anymore because they do so much ketamine. Not good.
I can hold in my piss all right.
That's good.
All good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not too much damage then.
Not too much damage. There was a time like when we were all boshing it a lot at uni, I had a few conversations with people and it's like, yeah, my ability to hold my wee has decreased since I've started boshing ketamine.
Yep.
Obviously, years down the line, I've not touched it for many years, and all good.
Good.
But yeah, it was a nice experience. I got lots of fond memories of it, but the whole experience is surreal.
Yeah.
Like, it is a tranquilizer.
Yeah.
You just become trank. Like, your body becomes less able to do the things your mind tells it to do. You get wonky, what we call, you know?
Yeah.
You get wonky, like going down the stairs. Sometimes when you're really ketted up, like you just bum shuffle down the stairs, you know, because you just can't. Climbing up the stairs was like fucking villainous, mate. It was like sometimes when you're really ketted, you know.
Yeah, but see, when I look at that and put it into perspective, I just think waste man.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like,
I had some good times doing it.
No, that's the thing. If you have good times, but this is what I'm saying.
Now.
If you can't stop
now.
it, if you couldn't,
like,
if you get to the point where you carried on doing it.
Yeah, when you're like
and
at 18.
And I watch you shuffle downstairs in your ass, and you're like, I'm so ketted.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you're a waste man.
Yeah, facts.
Sort it out.
Yeah, because what I think in life is there's like kind of arguments about when adulthood starts, you know, like 18, 21, right? In the world, it's been like 18, 21 is when adulthood starts, right? So I think adulthood is in like you can dabble in adulthood things is 18, you know? You can drink and do all this stuff.
Yeah.
But I think when you become a proper adult and you've actually got your morals and your mind sorted out is 21 years old.
Yeah.
So what I think is 18 to 21 years old is the trial run where you can do all the things that an adult can do and you can piss about and have some fun.
Yeah,
right?
you open and close doors.
Yes.
You find out what doors
yes.
Yeah.
And you can learn a lot about yourself and have lots of experiences.
Mhm.
But when you get to 21, life starts.
Yeah.
Shit gets real.
Yeah.
From 21 to 30 is your years to get established.
Yes.
Get established in those years.
Mhm.
Establish the type of person you want to be in the life you want.
Yep.
Okay.
You don't want to be getting to 30 and still wandering, mate. That's not good.
Yeah,
That's
it's not good.
fun.
So that's the thing. Like, if you're living this 18 to 21 lifestyle
Mm.
past 21, and you'll
Mm.
get into 25, 27, 30, 35. Oh, cut it off at 21. 21 is now you start to get established. You're a
Yeah.
proper adult now. You've had 3 whole years to
Yeah.
piss about
Yeah.
and do adult things. Now buckle down, get life sorted.
Well, I knew a lot of people who said they'd stop doing all this shit at 25. They're like, oh, 25 is where it gets serious. And I'm like, why? Why 25? Why not 25? Like, what? It should be younger. Like, 25 is when you are, say most of you go to uni and stuff like that. You've already you've left uni. You should be in your full-time profession, whatever you've studied. What, you're going to be doing engineering or whatever, but still bashing out loads of coke, and they probably are, to be fair, some of them. Bashing out loads of coke, loads of cat, drinking loads every weekend. Mate, you're in a career. Sort it out.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Sort it out.
Sort it out. Sort your shit out.
Sort your shit out, yeah.
Proactive, not reactive.
Take a long look in the mirror
Mm.
and ask yourself,
Who the fuck am I? Do
Yeah.
I want some?
is this sustainable? Is this
Yeah.
good? No.
No. Is this sustainable for the rest of my life, or should I cut it off right now?
Profound.
Profound. I love that.
I came up with that on the
love
spot, mate. That was just
We're gonna have to get that on a t-shirt.
yeah. I like that.
Mm.
Merch.
Merch.
That
We'll
could
get
be
some
the
merch at
Yes.
some point. Get some merch sorted out. Our millions of loyal fans buy our merch. No. What we'll do is we'll probably
To be fair, the 170 views we got on the last video.
first one, not last
Yeah,
one.
no,
Last
that-
one.
yeah. The first video. Imagine everyone buys some merch. Quids in.
Would be quids in,
Would be quids in.
but I'd be just keen to get some merch just for me.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah,
just,
yeah,
'cause
just
it'd be
the way-
funny.
yeah.
Turn up on the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, the Dan and Dave merch.
If we got that on a hoodie, mate, a blackout hoodie, I'd wear that as a genuine piece of clothing. Like, just wear it about. So
I'm thinking about
people
making merch that I would actually wear.
so people can just look at it and go, oh yeah,
oh yeah.
yeah, that's me.
You have
Oh,
the profound thoughts, and then you go, oh yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, because that's what I want. I want them to look at it and go, oh yeah, I'm a fucking waste man.
I'm a fucking waste man. Facts. So where have we got to?
we briefly touched on downers, but we don't really know what downers are. So we
Yeah,
briefly
I'm
covered
not-
it. Yeah,
I'm
we
not
briefly
gonna go
covered it.
into
It's fine. Yeah.
I'm now getting bored of going over this. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
it's got to a point where I'm aware the amount of time we're taking.
Yeah.
Right, so we'll rattle off the next one.
Just-
Plant-based drugs,
Yes.
like
Cannabis.
magic mushrooms, stuff. No toxicity limit
Mhm,
for the
mhm,
human
mhm.
body, right?
Right.
Probably in very intermittent doses,
Yep.
like very, very spaced out, probably could do some good to the human psyche.
Yes.
Like what's it called? Ayahuasca as well,
Yeah.
like DMT and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Unpack certain parts of your psyche that you might not be able to access in your sober
Yep.
mind or your logical mind when your ego comes in and tries to defend all of your current habits.
Yep.
You need to kind of shut that down. Sometimes plant-based drugs can be good. They're not, taken correctly
Mhm.
in a right frame,
Yep.
correct doses. You can have profound experiences.
Yep.
Unpack your brain a little bit more.
New realities,
Yeah.
almost like new looks on reality.
Yeah, and they kind of unpack some wiring in your brain and can sort out some issues, or they can bring to light at least some issues that you have in yourself.
Yep.
A lot more proactive if you're doing like not recreationally doing these drugs just
Yep.
for fun, but if you're doing them for the place of like there's something about me that I could learn probably from doing some drugs like psychedelics and stuff.
Going on a journey of
Yeah.
self-discovery, rather than I'm going to do it every weekend because I want to.
Facts, and this can be proactive if you do it in like a kind of spiritual or like that kind of setting or that purpose.
Mhm.
Could be proactive, this, but not doing it all the time, not doing it
No.
recreationally.
Let's briefly cover our experience of weed, because we have smoked a lot in the past.
In the past, I haven't touched weed for years now.
Yeah,
years,
yeah.
but
In the past, we
smoked a lot of weed.
Yeah, we smoked
from
a
like
lot.
what 13,
In the stupid ages of going through brain development.
going through brain development. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably stunted some of it.
Yes, I'd say so. More so me than you, but
More
that's
so
fine.
you than me. Yeah,
Um,
I smoked more than you.
but I did bang my head quite hard, so I think that's part
You
of it.
did
as well.
bang your head
Yeah, I
quite
did
hard,
bang
yeah.
my head quite hard.
Lucky there's no fucking brain in there to damage.
I know, yeah. My tiny pea brain just
Yeah.
had nothing to rattle off.
Yeah.
No, I picked it back up recently, like I done it like twice in the last year, which isn't really picking it back up. But you know what? What you said earlier is very true. Like you should do it in a place where you want to sort of unlock new things in your brain. So when you get stuck in these repetitive thoughts all the time and you're like, life's a bit doom and stuff like that, maybe it's okay to have a little smoke and see the bigger picture, see a much larger picture than work shit, life shit, blah 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 blah.
Facts.
Smoke. Actually, I've got all this stuff going for me. And you almost create. I hate the fact that like hallucinogenics are good in some
psychedelics.
Psychedelics are good in some ways, but I think when people say, "Okay, I want to change how my reality looks," you have just taken a bunch of drugs to change what you're seeing, which is not, that's not profound. But in in your mind, if you're having profound thoughts in your mind and you're thinking, you're unlocking new levels. Now we're talking. You're doing it some good.
That's why I think. Like, I've never done shrooms, by the way, magic mushrooms. But
I tried once, didn't work.
Didn't work.
No,
you didn't take a big enough dose. So
tried making it into tea, didn't work.
Dumbass.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So
Oh no, mate.
Yeah. So I've never done them. I obviously very much do want to do them because I've always been a little bit obsessed with altering states of consciousness.
Yeah.
A little bit obsessed with the kind of like questioning reality and what is reality? Is there such a thing as like base reality or the objective reality, or is it subjective and you can alter consciousness to a certain degree? And that's probably why I've done a lot of drugs, why I've gotten into various disciplines, why I've done so many different things in my life, different types of meditation, trying to induce different things, and why I got heavily into like long distance running and all these different things to unlock different parts of my brain and stuff. But shrooms and like ayahuasca, DMT, I have like a big calling for just to try and see what kind of effect they would have on my psyche or my consciousness. And I think they would be productive for me because I would go into it looking at like, right, what can I, even if I had a bad trip,
what can you take?
What is this teaching me about myself? That would be because if you take drugs like this recreationally and you have a bad trip, you have a bad trip.
Yeah.
But if you go into certain things of these and you look at like, say, plant-based drugs, right? If you look at them kind of spiritually and go like, these are like plant-based medicines or whatever for the mind.
Yeah.
And if you look at them like, right, this will teach me something about me. I might not want to know it. It might not be pleasant, but I will learn something.
Yeah.
Then if you have a bad trip, then, at least it depends how altered your consciousness is at the time.
You have to be you have to be in a fairly good headspace to do it. I feel like people say don't do it in like a bad headspace. Sorry. That's what I say. I like every time I've thought about.
You're still making me laugh when I'm toking the vape because it's so dry in my throat. Bro.
Every time I think about doing these like hallucinogenics and stuff, I think, am I in a place to do it? Really, mentally, like
I'm on go all the time, bro.
No, I just think like reality is so good now. Reality is so good now. You can have these profound experiences. You can also have these fucking experiences that ruin your life. Like you can do one trip and be like, fuck, you can be fucked.
Yeah, I think that depends on the type of drugs you do, to be honest. Yeah. I think if you do like man-made drugs, more likely. But if you do the plant-based drugs, I think obviously they're in their natural state.
Yeah.
Our bodies are used to processing these things. Like THC, we have THC receptors in our brain. That means we've evolved alongside THC our entire evolution.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's in a natural format, the ways of changing our consciousness and stuff,
Yeah.
So I think these things are probably better, but these new man-made compounds, I think, not natural format, bodies not used to these compounds, probably has a higher chance of fucking you up or something like that. I just don't believe. Obviously, if you take a fucking redonkulous amount of shrooms, like eat a kilogram of shrooms, probably bad things happen. I don't know, but I think if you're taking, a standard dose or even a heroic dose by like Terence McKenna's terms, probably like you can have bad trips, but if you go into it learning something about yourself, probably not going to fuck you up. No. But it's about the setting you do drugs in,
Yeah, that's the main
If you take things recreationally and you have a bad trip, bad.
Yeah. Surround yourself with good, like, I think if you're going to do shrooms, put yourself in nature with other people.
We'll talk about the setting and how to take drugs in a minute. Yeah. Okay.
We'll have to be quick, because I need a piss, mate. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. We
I think-
talked a little bit about our experience on the drugs now
Yeah.
already, haven't we? So,
Yeah.
right, how to take drugs safely now,
Mhm.
which is what we're just getting onto.
Yep.
Right. If you're going to take drugs at all, I would advise, look, if you're going to take drugs at all, like you want to experience these things, probably try and get them done young. Don't go full fucking kablamo.
But yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't go full
If
blown take fucking loads of drugs, like
Yeah.
some of the stuff we did, not
Yeah.
mainly.
you're gonna
That
do
goes.
LSD, don't take 5 tabs at once. Do you know what I mean? Don't like micro dose first. I think like
It depends what you want out of things. I don't know, but don't
Yeah.
necessarily take fucking mega doses of
Mm.
everything. But it's like, you know, like I said, like if you adamantly want to try cocaine in your life, probably try it between the ages of like 18, 21.
Yeah.
In a safe setting.
Yeah.
Don't do it every fucking weekend all the time.
Yeah.
You know, don't get hooked on these drugs. It's harder to fucking get off than it is to get on.
Yeah.
If you adamantly want to try something or want to have, oh look, you know, I'm at uni, I'll have a couple of years partying. Okay, good, stick to it.
Yeah.
Don't do any more.
Yeah.
Than you need to. You know,
learn to say no.
it's like everyone
Yeah.
should have the option to. I think everyone should have the option to, if they wish to experience altered states of consciousness, they should have the option to try it in their life.
Yes.
If you want to, you can.
Yes.
Not mandatory, obviously.
But if you want
but
to,
it shouldn't necessarily be like don't ever do drugs ever. Like if you want to try something once because you adamantly care about seeing some altered states of consciousness, you want to see the effects on your body,
go for it.
you can do it, and you can have a couple of years where you do a little bit of drugs, like a little bit, not overly or excessively. Like I had some good times taking fucking loads of drugs. Like anyone who did will say they had some good times, but it's like longevity of life.
When the good times stop.
Yeah, but just don't, because you're sacrificing your future self, like your health, your mental state moving forwards. Because now I'm sat with, like, I had some amazing times, but I've got very fragile serotonin. I can be in pits of doom and anxiety and stuff if I have one coffee.
Yeah.
It's like, this is not a state you want to get to.
No.
You know, I've got to be very regimented to just stay functioning human being without being fucking poopy pants.
Yeah.
It's not good.
No,
so it's like, look, I adamantly wanted to experience altered states of consciousness. I wanted to try drugs. I did them too much. Learn from my mistakes. Do them enough that you feel, okay, I've experienced these. And if you enjoy it, okay, you can do things again, but not all the fucking time.
No.
You know?
When you start seeing the effects, stop. That's what I say. When you start,
but it's not. It's
not as clear cut as that. But I mean,
it's not when you start seeing effects stop, because I didn't at the time. It's taken years for it to
that's
actually
true.
impact me.
Well, when I was doing the MD and I had the sleep paralysis, that carried on for 6 to 7 months. Every time I fell asleep on my back, sleep paralysis.
I tell you what, I had the same when I was doing MD. I used to get sleep paralysis all the fucking time, and I haven't had it for years now.
Yeah, it stopped, and it took time to go. It's like I can now fall asleep on my back, and I still
that's crazy.
Jit out sometimes. I still fucking.
I do occasionally get it now, sometimes,
but
and it's spooky, mate.
Yeah, nowhere near as bad anymore.
But look, if you adamantly want to, try some drugs.
Yes.
You know, okay, try it. We're not going to say don't. It's an experience some people want to have. Sometimes it can be good. You can have some good experiences, but just don't do it all the time. You've got to think, look, this will have an effect in my future.
Yeah.
Want to live proactive life. Yeah. There are some things on my bucket list or something that I need to accomplish or want to accomplish in my life. You know, like for me, like I still have not tried shrooms or DMT. At some point in my life, I'm not saying this week, next week, whatever. At some point in my life, I would like to try them. You know, but I'm not gonna. You know, I abstain from alcohol, drugs, all this stuff. But it's like these things are on my bucket list. I will try them, see the effects.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm not going to be doing them all the time. No. You can do these things, not do them all the time. Take it from me. I've done a lot of drugs for a long time. Not a lot, you know. We did. We smashed fucking weed for years.
Yeah.
I smashed fucking MD and pills for years. I smashed fucking K for like a year. You know, drank like fuck for years.
Yep.
It's like, look, probably don't do that. Everything in moderation. You know.
Well, that's where the difference is. I was a one and done kind of guy. Did it once, didn't like it. Never did it again. Did it once, never liked it. Didn't do it again. It's just, find out how your brain works around these drugs. That's another thing. Like I actually think about when you take this stuff. How do I feel after? How am I doing mentally? Check in on yourself, because if you don't, and you keep doing it, and like you said, before you know it, you're fucked 2 years, 3 years later. Then you wasn't doing it smartly. You wasn't.
But don't let it get to that point, be proactive first.
Yeah.
We're saying, oh yeah, you can bash drugs until it gets bad, but it's like you've done the damage then.
Yeah,
Be proactive first.
This is why you
first.
keep a log of how you feel every time you do it.
No, but it's not even that. It's just about being sensible. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, okay, that is good. If you see yourself getting progressively worse every time you try something, stop. Okay, there is utility in what you're saying, but I think you should you should never go into anything with no plan, or at least no concept of how you should act. Anything in life, regardless. But drugs is an important one because the effects are long lasting and big sometimes, you know. So it's like, look, don't take loads of drugs a lot. There's a little window in your life when you can experiment with drugs, and then after that move on and actually make something of your life.
Yes.
Okay. And so the environments.
Right, I'm going to stop you here. I need a wee bad. So what I'm going to do is...
I don't think we can pause the video.
I'm not going to pause it. I'm going to take my mic off.
Right, okay, you take mic off.
Yeah.
I will talk.
Yeah, I'm going to shut the door, move the camera slightly. And then you can talk. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. You've seen it here first. The camera is being moved.
What I'll do is I'll bring it right on you, actually.
No.
Not right in.
I don't want it right in on me, lad.
That way the door. There you are. Because I want to carry on this conversation, but I cannot concentrate.
Fact. Is it still recording?
Yeah, it's still going.
Good
yes,
shit.
It's still recording.
So, audience. Right. This is me now. Dan Rowe. Dave's gone for a whiz. Let's get some thoughts together. So you've heard it here first. The camera is in front of the door. You definitely oh no, to be fair, it's on mic. I thought the camera is right next to where the door is. I thought you might hear Dave wee, but obviously my mic is on me, so you won't hear it. So how to take drugs safely. You should take drugs, if you're going to take drugs, you should take drugs in a safe setting, right? So if you're going to take things like, so it depends on the drugs you're going to take as well. Like certain drugs, like say weed, like probably you'd want to try that in like a nice open area where you can like experience like a nice view, or maybe just at someone's house maybe, but try in a safe place. You need to make sure you've got people around you that are not on drugs the first time you try drugs, just because you don't necessarily know how you're going to react. You might know people who've taken drugs and tell you about it, but you don't know how you're going to react to drugs. Everyone is different tolerances, you know, so you want to make sure you're in a safe place, or a place you at least feel comfortable, and you want to have someone who's like what we call a trip sitter, who's not going to be on drugs, or you know, somewhat a safe person there to make sure you and everyone else is okay. Also, it depends on the type of drugs you do. Like, say if you're going to do MDMA, like we talked about, or you know, pills, Mandy, you know, or Molly, what they call in America, you know, you. Oh, he's coming back. So, you might not want to do that in a very chilled setting house, because that's a drug that makes you feel like fucking lively and you want to do something and energetic, you know. So you're probably going to want to do that like at, say, for the first time, probably a house party where there's good music playing, you've got a good group of people, kind of good upbeat vibes. You can take yourself off the chats because you want to fucking actively do stuff, you know. You can take yourself off the chats and smokes and stuff, but like in a nice, safe environment. And sometimes as well, like you can try some of these drugs. Oh, all good. We all heard you piss. We were fucking
yeah. I mean, I pissed on the side of the bowl so no one heard it, hopefully. That was the plan.
I obviously heard it, but my mic is here, so...
That's what I'm thinking. We got the sound cancellation. Should be fine. I really wanted to... I couldn't concentrate, mate. I was like, you were speaking at me, and all I was thinking was, I'm going to piss myself.
That's all good.
So I thought, you know what? I want to be in this. Yes. I'm going to wee.
Right, good shit. I've just basically explained how to do drugs.
I kind of heard it, yeah.
Yeah, so what else was I going to say? Yeah, so another place you can try drugs for the first time, depends on how safe it will be, as a festival. So if you've got a very close-knit group of people, right, like it could be a big group, but you're close, you care about each other, okay? If you're going to try drugs for the first time, probably should have a trip sitter with you, someone who's not on drugs, you know, to supervise. You shouldn't be fucking wandering off. You know, sometimes when you're on drugs, you will.
Well, this is the thing. Sorry to interject, but when you said don't wander off, the first time I came up with ND was at the festival, and Everett, you were there, and everyone was there. I walked off. while coming up. I put in my music. I
Mm.
was listening to Traums at the time, actually,
Yeah.
funny enough. Put Traums in my headphones because I felt that sitting down wasn't the right thing to do coming up.
Yeah.
I was like, well,
Well, it's not sometimes on
yeah,
some drugs.
and that's it. I felt like I needed to move, so I just got up and started walking. Put my headphones in, walked around, and then by the time I got back, I was like, right, I'm feeling good, and I didn't have to sit there like, oh, I'm coming up.
Yeah.
Like, because when you sit there and you start thinking about it, that's when you start like, oh god, I'm
You
coming
praying
up.
sometimes.
Yeah. So I was like,
you can have bad come ups. Yeah.
yeah. So I
But
just thought, fuck
like-
it, I'll walk.
Look, sometimes and with some come ups from some drugs, that will be fine.
I spilled beer on the microphone.
Hopefully, it works and it's not fucked.
I hope so.
Yeah. So some drugs and some come ups.
Yeah.
That's fine for.
Yeah.
Not necessarily always a sensible idea if you don't know how you're going to react to a drug. So if you're going to go for a walk like that, feel like you want to, and especially with a stimulant, take someone with you because you probably will want to talk.
Yeah.
You probably will want to chat
Yeah,
if you're
yeah,
on a
yeah,
stimulant.
yeah.
Talking is a big thing when you're on stimulant drugs.
Yeah.
So it's like, take someone with you so at least you're a little bit safe. And if you don't have a trip set as someone who is not sober, have someone who is experienced in taking that drug. That's the next best thing.
Yeah.
Or if not both. If it's someone who's taken that drug, knows what it's like, and sober, good.
Yeah.
But someone who's on that drug with you, but experienced and cares about you is the next best thing.
Yeah.
The next best thing. So that can be beneficial. You need someone to make sure you're going to be all right. Not saying you won't be. You can be.
No, you can be, yeah.
But just in case something bad goes wrong. And at least once you get a flavour of how the drugs work, if you do have a bad come up from a drug, then you kind of know how the drug works anyway. You don't have this whole, oh fuck, I'm on this drug, I don't know the effects and I'm having a bad time.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Your first time's always going to be like, well, bad. Like if you come up bad.
If you come up bad, it will be bad.
It's going to be horrible. And you'll ride it through, hopefully. And then, like you said, next time you do it, if you start coming up like that again, you go, okay, I'm coming up bad.
Yeah.
Try and relax yourself. Try and put yourself in the right positions where you're like, okay, I've got through the come up, all good.
Yeah.
Now, bad trip, I don't know, because I've never had one. But
yeah, no, neither, to be fair. But this is where having someone who's experienced in taking the drug is good, because they've probably already had bad come-ups and bad trips.
Yeah.
So they already know the things that they've had to do to get through it, and so they can probably coach you a little bit how to get through it and say the things that they would have wanted to hear.
Mm-hmm.
I've had that a few times where I've been that, and I've had that for me. Beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely do that. Safe way to do things. Always try and be safe. You don't want to damage yourself. You don't want to get hurt. You don't want to have bad time, you know.
Yeah.
You don't want to cause damage to things. You don't want to cause damage to you. Just be safe.
Yeah.
Right. Addiction to drugs.
Yes, that's a big one.
A big one.
That's a big one.
It's now becoming a problem. You're doing a drug. It's probably eating your money. It's probably eating your mind.
Yes.
You probably feel like total shit about it. Or if you don't, if you still feel good about it, but you're addicted, you should start to feel shit about it soon.
Well, if you start to feel shit, but the drug is bringing you back up to a normal level, we've got a problem. Houston, we got a problem. You know what I mean? You're fucked. You fucked it. All right. If you're constantly down and the drug's only bringing you up to a neutral level,
you need rehab.
You need help.
You need rehab.
You need serious help.
But like just general drug addiction, you're going to be lying, stealing, conniving, doing bad stuff to maintain. The lying is the big one. Like lying to people that you're doing drugs, lying about how much you're spending on drugs, lying about how much you're getting on the drugs, saying you're just going to the toilet, you're lying to get drugs. So, lying, I'm just going
and everyone knows
to do this.
Everyone,
you're picking up. People know, and if they know you, they know.
They know, mate. We're not fucking stupid. Like if you've got a mate who's constantly going to the fucking toilet every 20 minutes, like, I'm just gonna go to the toilet. I'm sure you do, mate. Yeah, fucking of course you do. You come back fucking wired. I can see when you're wired, mate. I can see when you're fucking chatting out your ass.
But it's not just that. It could be to family. It doesn't have to be to friends. This is one of the things. Obviously, people can tell if they experience it, but you will do anything and say anything to enable your addiction when you are addicted. So it's a bad behaviour. You're already manipulating people to carry on your path of destruction.
Yep.
It's not good. Once you're addicted to drugs, ticking time bomb, it will cause damage to your life. Irreparable. Irreparable.
Yeah.
No, but I'm sure.
I know the word. Yeah, I know what you're trying to say.
Yes.
But I know the word you mean. Yeah.
Irreparable.
Yes. That's not how you pronounce it.
Irreparable. Is that? Correct me in the comments.
Yeah.
Spell it out for me.
Put it in
simple words. How do you
words,
fucking say it?
In a 4-letter word. Doom. Doom, mate. You're causing doom.
Yeah, it will cause doom.
Yeah.
You won't be able to repair it.
Yes.
We
No,
got
do-
around
yeah,
it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it will cause big damage to, it could be your health, could be your mindset, could be your relationship with your friends, family, girlfriend, kids,
Yeah.
big things. And if it hasn't now and
Mm.
you're addicted to a drug,
Mm.
it will.
Mm.
And your finances as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck up your whole finances. And that can fuck up your whole life.
Yeah. Well, if you've got a kid, mate, and you're carrying this shit on, you need to take a long look in the mirror. A long
Facts.
look in the mirror. You've got fucking.
If you've got a kid and you're running around boshing drugs, wrong priorities.
Yes.
Wrong priorities.
Yes.
I will say
Waste man.
waste man.
Waste man.
Fucking waste man.
Waste man.
Yeah. Get your shit sorted out.
Mm.
Don't be a fucking idiot. Your kid should be top priority.
Yeah.
And if they're not, you don't deserve them.
Exactly.
You should sort your fucking life out.
Yeah.
Pieces of shit. Sort your life out. If you've got kids, you should be focused mainly on giving them a good life. And if you're not, you're scum.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay? That's how it is. I have a kid. I'm passionate about this. If your goal is not 100%, I need to give this kid the best life it can have, and you're too focused on your own life, you're the scum of the fucking earth.
Yeah.
You know? And
Facts.
Obviously, people have kids and are not good parents and do bad things and do stupid things and don't prioritize their kids.
Mm-hmm.
And those people are scum to me.
Yeah.
And I don't care who I offend. I don't give a fuck.
No, but you're a parent, so you have every right to say this.
Yeah.
You do everything in your power to make sure Barney's okay.
Facts.
Everything, mate.
Thank you, mate.
You are a good dad.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're a good dad.
I know, because...
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, the amount of stuff I sacrifice because I'm more concerned with giving Barney a good life.
Yeah.
And the amount of things that I do that I don't fucking want to do to give Barney a good life. I just know a lot of people aren't doing the same shit.
Yes.
It's like, do it though.
Mm.
Your kids should be main priority. Don't have kids if you're not going to fucking do your best to give them a good life. It doesn't have to be material things. It doesn't have to be anything. It's just do the best in your capability to raise them right. Yeah. Give them a good life. Give them the experiences that you wish for them to have. Exactly. If you can, just do your fucking best. Don't be doing fucking drugs all the time.
Yeah.
You know, if you look, if you have a kid, is that the best use of your time and money?
No. It's the worst.
Are you a fucking idiot? It's the worst.
It's the worst. It's the fucking worst.
Sort your shit out. Priority number one is having kids. If you don't have kids, okay, right, you're addicted to drugs. Do you have friends, family, partner that are going to be fucking... You're going to affect the relationships of somehow?
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
100%.
You do.
100%.
You don't want to. You probably like them, if not love them, these people. You don't want to jeopardize your relationship with them moving forward, and then you've got no one and you're fucked. Oh no, I didn't see this coming.
I lost all my friends because I have a substance addiction. Oh no,
I lost
fucking waste.
Got myself in crippling debt. I can't get a mortgage now.
Yeah.
I don't have any friends to support me because I've been kicked out of my fucking flat. It's like, what do you think was going to happen?
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, exactly, mate. What the fuck did you think was going to happen?
Numpty.
Yeah, you fucking stupid. Stupid. Stupid.
Fucking stupid cunt, mate. CUNTs again. Yeah. See, I'm riled up on this one. This one's got me going. This one has.
Good.
People are fucking idiots. I'm feeling this. Look, we've done drugs in the past. Yeah. Speaking from experience. Yeah. Not good, not happy. Yes, have some fun times, but contributes negatively to your life in the long run. Yeah. Have some experiences that are I could probably I've done fucking lots of drugs in my life. Yeah. You can pick out some of the select few best ones, and you can think, well, if I only had those and didn't have all the others, would I have had as good a time? Yes. Yeah. Okay.
But at least you tried and errored, you know? You checked it out.
I tried and errored, yeah, but it's like, look, you will have some times where if you do drugs, that would be an amazing time. But it's not every single fucking time. Don't do them all the time. Don't get addicted. Don't do them enough to get addicted. Full stop. If you are addicted, get the help. Get off the drugs. Sort your fucking life out.
And if you have an addictive personality, mate, maybe don't even try. If you know yourself well enough, where you're like, right, there are multiple things in life that I've done, and you go, I've been addicted to everything I've ever done, and I've struggled to get away with it.
Okay, yeah.
You need to put yourself in a position where you're not around it. You need to make sure you are in a safe environment where someone's not going, do you want to try this cocaine?
Yeah.
and you go, because one, you're a fucking pussyhole and you have no fucking willpower to say no. And then before you know it, you snort this coke. Oh, this is amazing. And then 10 years down the line, you're fucking 8 stone soaking wet and you're going to fucking die in a week. Fuck that, mate. What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
That's the thing as well, yeah. If you're doing loads of drugs, normally, wither away to fuck all.
Yeah.
Depending on what drugs. Some of the drugs make you get fat as well.
Alcohol.
Suboptimal fitness levels. Should we call it that?
Mm-hmm.
Health is wealth. You want to have a healthy body.
Yes.
And a healthy mind.
Yes.
Drugs are not going to facilitate that. So if you're going to do drugs, keep it to a specific window. Don't overindulge.
No.
That's the main premise of our point, surely.
Yeah.
So, look, we said about the addiction. Sort it out now. Is this sustainable for the rest of your life?
Yep.
Or should you cut it off right now? You summarise that perfectly. I'll give you one of those. I'm not going to give you one of the other ones.
Good man.
And my wrist broke twice in a day. So, right, what's the time? I'm aware I'm getting hungry.
Yes.
So, right.
We're gonna let's wrap it up. Let's
should we wrap it up, or should we talk about some other addictions?
What's our last point? Let's get to the.
Should we just cut it off
one main one? Pick one main one.
Sex and porn.
Okay, I'm glad you picked this one. I thought you'd pick this one
because we slightly covered it off earlier.
Yes.
Sex and porn addiction.
Mm-hmm.
We were already talking about it earlier.
Yeah.
So, yes, sex drive, creative energy to create life you want, or to create life. So either to create life, create children, or to create life, as in the life you want.
Yes. The
same energy, the same source. For men, testosterone will do both.
Yep.
It's either your drive or your sex drive.
Yes.
It's one or the other.
Yep.
If you're spaffing it away.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not good.
No, it's not good.
You're going to have no drive.
No.
Yeah, and you need your testosterone to be high.
Yeah.
So, maybe not society, but there's some agenda about lowering testosterone going on. It's fairly, It's fairly evident. There are lots of things that are lowering testosterone. I'm not going to rattle them off now.
No.
Aware of quite a lot. There is clearly an agenda demasculinating men.
Yes.
Getting rid of sperm count, getting rid of testosterone.
Yes.
There's clearly an agenda. If you disagree, look into it. You will agree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
I like it.
Yeah, because it's a fact. If you don't agree, put some hours into researching it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you agree. Okay, brilliant. So now we're on the same page. Now, you paused it there, you've done a few hours of research, you come back. Oh, you agree with me again now. Amazing. Yeah. So they are these ethereal plane people that are trying to get rid of our testosterone, but
fuck you.
But fuck you.
Yeah.
I want my test in my sack.
Yeah.
Where it belongs.
I drag my nuts out. I got no curfew.
Yeah, boy.
Mm.
So yeah, look. Porn addiction. Bad for brain.
Yes.
Bad for reward centers.
Mm-hmm.
Bad for how you view sexual interactions.
Yep.
Bad for how you view sexual partners.
Mm-hmm.
Bad for how you view yourself and the value that you have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can start to value other people primarily and how they can gratify your sexual needs.
Yep.
And you can start to view yourself as someone whose prime identity is to be gratified.
Yep.
Not good.
No.
You get low delay in gratification, instant access gratification.
Yep.
You can't delay your gratification until you've achieved something.
Mm-hmm.
Need it now with no... you don't deserve it.
No.
Normally, you should try and delay your gratification until you deserve something.
Yeah, you should delay every single gratification, really.
Yeah.
Until you've done something to deserve it.
Yeah. Otherwise, you don't deserve it,
Yeah.
and then you're setting up bad habits.
Yeah.
Right. So porn is one of these things.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good in any way, shape, or form.
No.
It rewires your brain reward centers.
Mm-hmm.
It fires off so many neurons in so many different parts of the brain when you're an avid user of sexually explicit material.
It completely reshapes what part of your brain is it that it completely reshapes, and it changes it forever. It's like with prolonged exposure, it literally warps your brain into a certain
quite
state.
literally, yeah. And long-term intense porn exposure destroys your grey matter as well.
Yeah.
Similarly to alcohol.
Yeah.
Cut them both out. Not fully. Alcohol, you don't have to fully, but limit your exposure.
Yes.
Limit your exposure.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the world's so sexualized these days. It's literally impossible to never see it again. You're gonna see some thirst trap. You're gonna see something going on, and you've got to have the discipline to just go, what? Nah, I don't want to see it.
Wah,
gone.
yeah.
or even, mate, they even have a button that says you click the three dots and you go, I do not want to see posts like this.
Yeah.
And it helps. It fucking helps.
Facts.
Like, if you've got a problem with this, you need to set up some elaborate schemes where you can't access it as easy, because you can just type it in and fucking there you go, a million videos of whatever you want to see in this entire world. You need to put in measures where it's not as accessible. Like, personal experience, like I haven't visited a porn site in well over a year, and I continue to do that forever, because you're just fucking your life up. You're fucking your life up.
And if not now, then in the future.
Yeah. Do you know how long it took me to regulate my sex drive and how I see the world and everything like this? It's taken the same amount of time I've been off it. It's taken years. It's taken a year. It's taken so long to actually just view the world in somewhat normal measures now. And it's the images are burned and shed forever.
They are. That's the thing, because we've both been addicted to porn.
And
yeah,
it's got far less, luckily.
But there are some that, if you wanted to think about it, you can almost watch the whole video in your brain, because it's etched in your brain.
Yeah,
and that's the thing as well with porn addiction and these things. Your brain, your dopamine center, spikes highly off of novelty, right? So when you become an avid user and you're using, porn is a drug at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So you're using porn, you're watching porn, consuming it.
Yep.
Your brain will get used to the stuff that you're watching. You'll get lower and lower spikes of dopamine, ever decreasing spikes of dopamine. It's like diminishing returns for watching the same stuff. So you have to watch more and more novel things, more and more out there, more and more risky things, and it just progressively gets worse, the type of stuff you're watching, because your brain wants that higher and higher dopamine spike again. And so these will be some of the things that are etched into our brains. Will be the first time we watched that novel one. I remember, the first time I watched any porn, that's etched in my brain. The first one I watched, the first time I watched this certain type of porn, this certain type of porn, this certain type of porn. It's the big dopamine ones.
Well, I can mate, after a year and a half, or however long it's been, it gets better. But it's taken a year and a half. I think it might even be close to 2 years now. That's a long time. Yeah. That's a long time to go without.
I don't want to daunt people by saying this, but it's always a work in progress.
No, but I do, because I want people to know how fucking difficult
how bad it is.
Yeah, how bad it really is. Like, if you are an avid user, you need to stop. You need to fucking stop.
But this is not saying, I'm really sorry for cutting you off, but this is not saying like it will be very bad and hard, don't do it.
No.
It's saying do it now before it gets worse, because it will only get harder.
Yes,
yeah.
And again, it's one of those ones. Do you want to be 40 years old? You got a family and everything, and you're still fucking watching pornography and busting everywhere. It's fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. Yeah.
It's so stupid.
It's bad. I think my door is open, mate.
Yeah, I can never train. I can never choo choo.
Yeah, we've been shouting, dickhead, and all that stuff. There's kids next door. I've been shouting, fuck you.
It's fine.
I think, my front door's open. Oh well.
Only slightly ajar. So it should be all right.
I know, but hopefully we didn't shout too much. Cunt and stuff.
Nah, it should be fine. They'll understand, mate. They'll understand.
Yeah, they'll watch the podcast.
Yeah, watch the podcast. You'll understand. Yeah, I mean, to wrap it up nicely, just again with the other drugs, just sort it out.
Do it now. And before it ruins your life anyway.
This is one of the big ones. They pushed that there's a massive agenda that they pushed that it's okay to watch it because everyone does it. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's not okay.
Yeah, if everyone was a paedophile, would it be okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
No,
it's fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Stupid.
Do not listen to these things that say like
so-called experts.
Yeah, so-called experts. Yeah.
Oh, we're the experts.
My testosterone's really low. I really love porn.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you do, mate.
Yeah.
Of course you fucking do. Yeah.
Of course you do.
Yeah. Fuck off.
Sort your life out. Sort your fucking life out.
I think that's the.
It's another thing that I'm not going to get too political behind the agendas of these things, right? But there is quite clearly an agenda behind over-sexualizing everyone.
Yes.
Trying to treat everyone sexually like commodities, and trying to make everyone view everyone else as things to be used for our gain and pleasure,
Yeah. Yeah.
as opposed to someone to build a life with
Yep.
and have a committed relationship for a long time.
Mm.
There's clearly an agenda moving forwards for maybe divide and conquer.
Yep.
Probably a lot to do with breaking down family units so kids are more easily indoctrinated
Yep.
because they're not around loving families that
No.
can teach them.
Well, a lot of it is also,
You know,
the money. People don't care about the concept. These people who own, these people who are talking higher above, they don't care about you. They just care about that big paycheck.
Shall I go big right now?
Yeah, let's go big.
I'll go big right now, okay? So, obviously, when women kind of got equal rights and they got given jobs, allowed the same rights, obviously, good thing.
Yeah.
Women capable of doing, a lot of the things that men are doing, and especially working jobs.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Obviously, maybe not like the world's best powerlifter male able to do the same as the world's best powerlifter female. There are slight differences in the genders, the biological genders, men and women.
Yeah.
There are differences in personality, physiology. There are differences. I think we should play to our strengths as well as accept people for who they are and how they want to express themselves. Okay, right. But when women were given jobs, right, this was seen as now 50% of the workforce that were not taxable, 50% of the population that were not taxable, not paying taxes, are out working, paying taxes.
Yep.
A lot more. So for the companies, corporations, a lot more workers to generate profits.
Yep.
For the governments, a lot more people to pay taxes to support everyone, okay? And then, obviously, back before they had these jobs, women used to bring up the children, kind of like mother and child a lot, and do a lot of the domestic things at home,
Yeah.
And so what would happen is there would be solid core family values between husband and wife that they would have as a family, and the man would come home and they would have solid family unit structures and values, and the woman would be imposing and teaching these children solid family values and how to operate properly in the world. Okay.
Yep.
So women go off to work, make loads more money for these corporations because they're now a higher workforce, get pay more tax to the governments, and the children are not being educated, taught, brought up as much heavily by the family and taught family values and how to operate properly in the world. And now they're being outsourced to education where they're a lot easier to indoctrinate, to be indoctrinated the way that they want them to operate in the world. So if there is agendas, which I'm highly suggesting there is, then they can easily indoctrinate children while they're sponges and absorb it a lot easier than you could indoctrinate a child who has solid family unit and spends a lot of the time around the mother and who is being taught the family morals and values. And so this, I think, around that time, I think it's obviously a good thing that women can work, but it has had an impact. And I think there was an element of this, some people thinking, oh, this would be a good thing to indoctrinate kids. This would be a good thing to get money out of women and stuff, I think it's obviously a good thing that women can work. I'm not saying that in any way, but I think there was some alternate agendas behind it at the same time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
There's always side effects to these sort of things. Like someone always comes up with some idea that's like there'll always be a really good idea that's pushed. So women get to work whatever jobs they want. Brilliant, amazing.
Of course.
But someone's obviously looked at that and gone, well, I see an opportunity here to warp these kids how I want and shape an agenda and push a certain agenda and get more money or whatever it is they want, whatever their motive is. It's sick. It's sick that people can look at the world that way.
Yeah.
It's like when the internet took off in whatever year it was, when it was like properly, social media started developing and stuff like that. That was obviously another big downfall. Parents, like you said, both off working. These kids are just on their phones all day. Mate,
it's so easy to indoctrinate now as well, to whatever you want, because
the
all you got to do
and
is
stuff
have
like
algorithms
this.
that just push these
and all
things.
this shit.
and everyone's doing it. You don't even need, because of the sheer amount that people are addicted to their phones and scrolling shit on their phones. We're being brainwashed just by the constant content that we're being forced into our brains. That's another addiction, phone addiction.
Yeah,
you're being programmed by these devices and by the algorithm to believe certain things, to act a certain way.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, if you have a slight political leaning one way or another,
you get algorithm posts that
push you get confirmation bias. Basically, your algorithm will push heavily into what you so-called believe, right? But if you're not challenging your beliefs with alternate information, like from the other side as well, how do you know what you actually believe?
You're being ignorant.
Yeah, but people think, oh, I have these beliefs and I'm right, but they're suffering from confirmation bias a lot. Whereas you're not actually a critical thinker if you're not actually looking at the information from both sides. And people think, like, oh, I do, yeah, I see some of the stuff that the other political side have said, but it's like, yeah, but you've seen it from
the agenda from
your side.
Your arguments,
You're not seeing it, do you know what I mean? You're seeing what they've said, but from
I know, I got exactly.
Like, it doesn't matter which, if you're right, left, whatever, whichever, you are not seeing the full picture, and you're naive to believe that you actually have these beliefs and it's not a product of the algorithm in today's day and age. I think it's extremely naive. Unless you are actively searching and looking for the information on the other side and making a well-rounded conclusion based upon all the information you've gathered. If you're doing that, brilliant, critical thinker. If not, cognitive dissonance. That's it.
Facts.
That's it.
If
you genuinely think you have these beliefs, but you're not trying to collect any belief you have, whether it be your morals, politically, economically, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Any belief you have, if you're not actively searching for all of the information and basing a conclusion upon everything you found, you don't have a belief. You've been indoctrinated. You've been programmed. Facts.
You're not a free thinker.
You're not a critical thinker. You're not a free thinker.
You're not a free thinker.
You're just a product of whatever environment, like whatever information you can be. Someone else can force into your brain. I really, something I'm passionate about. I'm not speaking with too much enthusiasm now because I don't want to piss anyone off, but I really hate people who think they believe something just because they haven't fucking bothered to look at
the counter arguments and all the other
arguments. And you can tell the people who really argue political things, the people who really are passionate about it, I think are the biggest morons, because they're the people who have not, like, if you're so passionate about something one way, I think you're a bigger moron because you haven't looked at all of the fucking information. Because if you've looked at all the information, you're generally going to see pros and cons for both sides, and you're not going to be so passionately one way or another. It's normally the indoctrinated people who've been like forced belief into, who haven't done any work looking into something, who are passionate. If you're really passionate about something, take a look in the mirror. Have you got all the information? Are you actually analysing the pros and cons from gathering information from different parties, different sides?
Self-research, everything like that.
Or are you just absorbing something? Oh, they said it, I believe it. You're just a fucking idiot.
NPC.
I just, if you've got big, like, polarizing views on something, I generally just think you're an idiot. Generally. And that's, just know, I think you're an idiot.
Yes.
Okay? That's fine. Like, look, proactive, not reactive. We don't want to get given information and react. Oh, I must believe that. We want to get given information. Oh, hang on. Let's look into that.
Let's talk about this.
Let's figure that out. Let's be proactive. What do I actually think about that? That's another thing. What do I actually think? What do I actually think about an issue? Don't be a fucking NPC. Have a proactive life. Learning more about what you think and feel about things is only going to contribute good things to your life. Not just, oh, I saw that. I feel this way about this one thing I've seen. It must be true. It must not be true. Oh, just fucking look into it more.
Take an outsider's look on how you react to things. Like, actually take a step back, and if you get given a piece of information, see how you react to it on an outside view, and then weigh it up how much you actually are biased by this information you're given. Do your own research. The world would be a better place.
Facts. And on that note, it's time. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, wait. If you liked the video, like it.
it.
3.
And subscribe. Don't forget that.
And subscribe.
And subscribe.
Please.
Leave some comments as well. I don't know. Good, bad, whatever. You know?
Yeah, whatever. Let us know if you want us to do anything in the future, any topics you want us to cover.
Yeah.
Thing. Bang. Bish, bash, bosh.
Bish, bash,
Boom.
bosh.
Boom, beam. Oh, no, bubbles.
Bubbles. All right.
Scared of the bubbles.
Let's go to the bubbles.
Ready, steady?
Go. Mine didn't.
I blew mine too hard.
Yeah, mine didn't go too well.
Bubbles.
There we go. Now we're talking.
There we go. Right. Time for the face. Are you ready, steady?
I'm more than ready, steady. I'm ready, steady, go.
Ooh. Let's do it. Ready, steady, go. 3, 2,